So, good morning, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Nice bright early start this morning. After the last vlog, and I told you about problems with the wheel bearing, I managed to find a garage that can do the job for me. And I'm off to take the van into them this morning. So, yeah, it's only just gone 7, but I need to be there nice and early. So, yeah, I'm just about to set off, drop the van off to them, probably 2 or 3 hours to get the job done. Fingers crossed that they can actually do the job. So yeah, I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling positive. So hopefully all things will go well. So yeah, going to get on the road, and hopefully I'll let you know later on that it's all been a success. Catch you later. Okay, so this is the garage that I've arrived at this morning, Edgerton's. This is in Wolverton, which is in the Milton Keynes area. These are the workshops. There is actually a parking storage area for the trucks behind me. This is the main storage workshop area. So yeah, just going to go into reception and drop Bessie off. So I've just dropped off Bessie at Edgerton's or Egerton's. They're a commercial vehicle repair centre, do MOTs and things, but yeah, they look really sort of well set up. Certainly very friendly staff, which is great. So I'm just going walkabout. There's a big Tesco store about a 20-minute walk away. Maybe go and get a coffee there, kill a bit of time. Hopefully later on mid-morning it should be ready. Fingers crossed. So yeah, I just thought I'd bring you up to date with the saga of the problems I had with the motorhome with Bessie. So I managed to find eventually, after having failed with one garage to get the job done, I managed to find another garage in the Milton Keynes, Wolverton area. Took Bessie up there on Wednesday, got it into the workshops, but when they took the rear wheel off and had a look, it was just a complete mess in there with the bearing virtually seized, and it almost welded itself into the hub. So yeah, they tried to heat it and tried all sorts of stuff to get it off, and couldn't, which meant that rather than just place the bearings, which I thought would be what I needed to do, it would mean having to cut the hub and the bearing out and then replace the whole complete shaboozle. So yeah, we had a devil's own job trying to find the correct hub, from the point of view that for this year of Ducato, there are in fact 3 hubs, one of which didn't really concern us because that was the hub that will be fitted to a van with drum rear brakes. But there are still 2 for vehicles with disc rear brakes, which is obviously what I've got. And the 2 types, I've got a different ABS ring on. One's got a tooth ring, one's got a band around it. And yeah, we looked online, and yeah, everyone was saying, yeah, we've got that in stock, no problems at all. But when we actually got down to the nitty gritty, it was the type with the band rather than like a gear wheel, which is what I needed. And we must have tried 10, 15, 20 different places and couldn't find one anywhere. Even going directly to Fiat, they couldn't supply one either. They said they could probably get one, but it would have to come in, I don't know, from maybe the European distribution centre or whatever, but could take 2 to 3 weeks. Anyway, fortunately, through a friend of a friend of a friend of one of the guys in the garage, we managed to find a company down in the south near Ringwood that had one in stock, fortunately. So yeah, that was ordered up. And I have to praise the garage, which was Egerton's Fleet Services of Wolverton, because this was a company they don't normally deal with. And although they could buy it, they had to use their company credit card. They didn't want to set up an account, obviously, and all those sorts of problems. So yeah, hats off to them, really. They overcame the problem, got the rear hub and the bearing, which all come complete, ordered. But it meant that obviously on Wednesday I couldn't drive the vehicle anymore. They didn't appreciate at first when I took it in that I actually I'm a full-timer, and it's my home. So they couldn't get it back to a full driving situation, but they could get the wheel on and get it to a point where we could get it outside onto the sort of the road of the industrial estate. And I stayed there for the night. It was okay. It wasn't too bad. And then yesterday morning we got it back in the workshops. Eventually the new hub came. It was sent out priority, a next day delivery, so it arrived late morning, and then they could start doing the job proper. They had devil's own job trying to get the old hub and bearing off. That to use a laser cutter in the end, as you'll see from the pictures, the state it was in. But eventually they managed to get it all off, cleaned it all up, and everything else like that, and got the new hub and bearing fitted. Unfortunately, though, when they had to cut the old one off, it affected the ABS sensor, so they had to order a new sensor up for me yesterday afternoon. And fortunately, I've got a phone call this morning to say that that's arrived this morning, but because they're really busy in the workshops, we've arranged that I'm going to go back there on Monday morning. It's Friday today. Going to go back there on Monday morning, and they'll get it fitted very quickly, and then I can be on the road. So yeah, it took most of all afternoon. In fact, it went into the workshops around 1 o'clock, and it was 5:30 before I managed to take it out again. And if you add that to the time they spent on Wednesday, so yeah, the new hub and the bit with the bearings only come to around £100 plus the VAT, of course, maybe a little bit less. But overall, the bill was £720 with all the labour and everything else. So yeah, a bit eye-watering from that point of view. But to be honest, although at the time I thought, geez, I'm spending so much money on this vehicle, seems I've had a lot of bad luck since I bought it, which is in part true. Yeah, I've had my fair share of bad luck with it. But when I actually boil it down to what I've spent on the actual camper, the motorhome, it's not been that bad. I mean, if I go back to the start when I bought it, garage I bought it from, they sent it off to their workshops they use, and they'd done a pre-MOT and found one of the steering joints needed replacing, which they did. They'd done the service and they put new tyres on it as well. Picked it up, the MOT done, and everything else. And then when I was in Ireland last year, I noticed that the front tyres were really getting scuffed up pretty quickly. And it turned out that obviously when they'd fitted the new tyres when I bought it, either one, they'd not retracked it, or the tracking was out, or they retracked it and hadn't tightened things up. I'm not sure. Don't want to pass too much blame, because one doesn't know. But the knock-on effect was that it scuffed the front tyres, so I had to take it into a garage in Ireland, have the tracking all redone, and then I eventually bought a new set of tyres. But I can't really put that down to the motorhome. That was human error, if you like, because something wasn't done properly. Then, I spent a fair bit of money on doing electrical upgrades. Again, nothing to do with the actual motorhome. That was my choice to do it, so you can't include that cost. I did have the bad luck where someone reversed into the front of the van in Spain and damaged the bumper. As you've seen, I've replaced that. And that worked out cheaper for me to replace it and actually fit it myself, rather than go through the insurance company. Because although it wasn't my fault, the accident, trying to get to the bottom of, it's too long a story to go through at the moment, but it would have worked out that I would have had to have paid the excess, the insurance excess, etc., until maybe some time that they could have got something from the other driver, but maybe not. In which case it would have cost me a lot more to pay the excess and maybe lose a little bit on no claims and all those sorts of things. So in the end, I just replaced the bumper myself. So once again, that was a luck thing and not something that had actually failed on Bessie herself. So when I boil it down to it, really, apart from replacing this hub and this bearing and servicing the vehicle, which again is just routine maintenance, which you do on any vehicle, I've spent nothing. So, as an actual repair, this time, £700, just over, is not the end of the world. I've owned the vehicle for 14 months. It's 20 years old. So yeah, I can't complain too much at all, really. So yeah, that's the update, guys. Job's done apart from the ABS sensor, which I'm going to get done Monday morning, and then I'm back on the road, and hopefully I can enjoy a good number of miles without any more problems. So yeah, looking forward to it. And for the moment, I'm just going to relax, have a cup of coffee, enjoy the sunshine, and chill. So I'll catch you later. So I'm just coming out for a walk this afternoon. It's quite bright, but it's quite windy, so yeah, it feels a bit chilly actually in the wind. But yeah, I'm in Marston Thrift, so yeah, it's a great area of woodlands and New Forest area, not far from where I'm parked up. So yeah, good to get out and stretch the legs. Feeling a lot happier now. I've got the moho fixed. Okay, guys. So yeah, I've come back up to my spot alongside the Grand Union Canal. Really to be close to the garage for Monday morning. Spend tonight, tomorrow, and tomorrow night, and then I'll be only just along the road from where the garage is, and then I can get my ABS sensor fitted, which will be the last of the problem solving as far as the rear hub and wheel bearing's concerned, and I'll be good to go. So yeah, as much as I love this spot, I am really looking forward to getting back on the road tomorrow. So once they've fitted that ABS sensor, which it should be by mid-morning, I'll be heading back up towards Wales, which I'm looking forward to. So yeah, hopefully the weather's going to be a bit better, because it's been a bit chilly, to be honest. Quite overcast this last day or two, and this weekend is not looking much better. So hopefully next week, I'm back up into Wales. The weather will change, so that will be good. So that's it. So yeah, I'll catch you up later. So just come out again for a walk this morning. I'm up at my little parking spot by the canal, which is where I'm walking at the moment. Just got to wait during today, and then tomorrow morning got to take Bessie back to the garage where they're going to fit the ABS sensor for me, and that's it. All the job's done, problem solved, and I'll be back on the road. I'm going to probably head back up to Wales tomorrow afternoon. Not sure how far I'll get, but yeah, it's just going to be so good to get away and be free to go where I want to go. Been a little bit fraught this last couple of weeks with that rear wheel bearing, not least because since they've replaced the wheel bearing and the hub, I don't know, Bessie seems to be driving so much smoother, seems to have more power and everything else. So it makes me think that maybe that bearing was seizing up, starting to seize up. It was certainly welded itself together, and I had to cut it off, as you saw. But maybe if I hadn't have got it done when I have done, it would have seized, and that would have caused all sorts of grief. You can imagine going down a motorway and one of your wheels suddenly locks solid. Doesn't bear thinking about, does it really? But yeah, so I'm pleased I've got it done, even though it's cost me a fair bit. But as I said, it's good to be able to get back on the road with a problem solved and enjoy some van life again. So yeah, looking forward to tomorrow. I just love the greenery along this walk. I'm actually walking along the river, I think it's pronounced Ouzel, but I'll have to look it up. But yeah, just love the greenery and the trees. So it would be nice if the sun was out, but unfortunately not. Good morning, guys, and welcome. Okay, a nice early start again this morning, but hopefully the last day of the saga with the wheel bearing, because this morning I've got to go up to the garage and get the ABS sensor fitted. Got to be there at just before 8, and it's just 7:30 now, so I'm going to quickly get ready, get on the road, get up to the garage, get that fitted, and then I'm free and back on the road. I'll catch you a bit later. Okay, so I'm I'm on the road up towards the garage. Typical, just started raining, so looking forward to getting this done this morning. I know I've kept on about it a little bit in the last vlog, but on the bright side, it's all going to be finished this morning, and yeah, we can get travelling again. Okay, so I've just picked up Bessie again from the garage. They fitted the ABS sensor, so I'm all done and ready to go. It did cost me another £128 with the VAT. The sensor itself was £67 plus VAT for the sensor, so yeah. But it's all done, that's the main thing. Start the engine and I'm good to go. Okay guys, with Bessie finally fixed and the problem solved, I made my way back up into Wales, which is where I am now. And yeah, I'm just going to relax this evening, and then tomorrow I'll start making plans for where I'm going to head to next. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up here, guys. Thanks for watching, and yeah, stay safe, look after yourselves. See you on the next one. Bye for now.